I have also discussed the significant improvements in the key macroeconomic indicators, including inflation, exchange rate, interest rates, reserve position, growth rate, and the performance of the bank since 2022. Mr. Speaker, all these developments, together with the need to align with the targets of the IMF-supported PC-PEC program, warrant a division to the macroeconomic framework. This was necessary because the framework was guided by the September 2022 data that underpinned the 2023 budget in November 2022. The revisions to the macro-fiscal framework generally seek to align the 2023 mid-year fiscal review with the IMF ECF-supported PC-PEC program. Mr. Speaker, key revisions to the macro-fiscal target for 2023 year include: 1. Overall real GDP growth rate of 1.5% down from 2.8%. Non-oil revenue GDP growth rate of 1.5% down from 3%. End period headline inflation of 31.3% from 18.9%. Primary balance on commitment basis of a deficit of 0.5% of GDP compared to a surplus of 0.7% of GDP, aligning with IMF-supported primary balances. Gross international reserves sufficient to cover at least 0.8 months of imports of goods and service by 2023. Mr. Speaker, revisions to GDP projections. The overall real GDP growth for 2023 has been revised to 1.5% from 2.8%, and non-oil real GDP growth has also been revised to 1.5% from 3%. The downward revision in projected growth for 2023 is an indication of a broad slowdown in the three sectors of the economy as a result of factors such as the fiscal consolidation plan and difficult global conditions. Mr. Speaker, overall GDP growth is, however, projected to rebound to 2.8%, 4.7%, and 4.9% in 2024, 25, and 26, respectively. This is a result of implementation of growth-oriented and structural transformation strategies in the PC-PEC. We have, however, been charged in the PC-PEC to develop an enhanced growth strategy supported by crowding in of private, domestic, and foreign investment to further boost growth. We are confident of a private sector outlook to boost growth and jobs. Mr. Speaker, the 2023 revised fiscal framework is now fully aligned with the IMF program fiscal objectives in terms of primary balance, cash and commitment, revenue path, and the trajectory of primary expenditures. The drivers of the revisions to 2023 fiscal framework includes: fiscal developments for January to June 2023 reflecting shortfalls in revenues and lower spending, increase in base pay on single spine salary structure of 30% compared to the assumed 20% for the 2023 budget, partial restoration of cap transfers to the NHIS and GET fund, the impact of the completed DDEP on debt service costs, as well as on revenue mobilization, IMF ECF program disbursement for 2023 of $1.2 billion and reflection of other catalytic financing, including the World Bank's US $530 million, a DPO of $300 million, and emergency projects of $233 million, and expected disbursement of $103 million from the AFDB. Revision in exchange rates, interest rates, crude oil prices, crude oil volumes, and GDP projections, and the need to align 2023 mid-year review to the approved IMF project-supported PC-PEC. These realignments, Mr. Speaker, in the 2023 fiscal framework results in a revised primary balance on commitment basis of a deficit of 0.5% of the revised GDP. This is an adjustment of 3.2% from the 3.5% of GDP, lower than the initial target of a surplus of 0.7% of GDP set in the 2023 budget. This aligns with the IMF-supported PC-PEC fiscal consolidation path. Mr. Speaker, At the time of presenting the 2023 budget, benchmark revenue crude oil prices was $88.5 per barrel, was used to project petroleum revenue for 2023 in line with provisions of the Petroleum Revenue Management Act. As amended, recent global economic developments had led to a decreased demand for crude oil. Therefore, consistent with Section 7 of the Petroleum Revenue Management Act, the average crude oil price has been revised to $74 per barrel, down from the price of $88.55 per barrel using the 2023 budget. Accordingly, the total petroleum receipts have been revised downwards from $1.48 billion to $1.008 billion, representing a 32% decline.